Good evening. My name is Denise Augenbaugh, and as principal of Mendota High School, I am honored to welcome you to the commencement exercise of the class of 2020. Please note the insert in your program where many award winners are listed. This list is merely an overview of the many awards, scholarships, and achievements our students have qualified for and won. Due to the coronavirus pandemic, for everyone's health and safety, the governor completely closed Mendota High School on March 17th. When we asked you, the Mendota High School graduates of 2020, what your class preferred for a graduation ceremony, your responses made us proud. Your responses revealed your character and strength and ability to put the good of the entire class ahead of oneself. You asked to postpone your graduation ceremony in hopes you could all be together one more time as the class of 2020. So please look around you and soak up this moment of being on the Mendota High School athletic turf at your graduation ceremony with the classmates you have stood beside for 13 years of formal education. You did it. Congratulations, graduates. At this time, thank you. At this time, please join me in welcoming Allie Stilo, President of the Student Council.
Congratulations, class of 2020. It is my honor to speak in front of all of you today. When I was preparing to write this speech, to be honest, I put it off. I'm afraid of crying in front of all of you, which will probably happen, but because I truly cannot believe the day we have been waiting for is finally here. The day we have all worked so hard for. The day we finally have to say goodbye to our 4 years spent at MHS. We were born in the shadow of 9/11. We were the sunshine and hope our families and the world needed in an uncertain time. A time of people reaching out to help others and supporting frontline workers and those in need. Sound familiar? Now, as the class of 2020, we are not just the hope of the future, we are the focus. 2020 vision is defined as seeing clearly from a certain distance, approximately 20 feet. As a soon-to-be alumni of many challenges in life can be seen clearly. It is clear that my class is a group of young adults filled with the desire to achieve great things, do good for the sake of others, and have a great time while doing it. We have seen joy in sports, music, and academics. We have also seen and felt sadness and loss. As classmates, we have seen when others have needed us and been there for them. We have seen needs in our community and answered the call to help as we could. We have learned so much during our time at MHS. We have learned to focus on what is important. We have learned that people are important, not things. We have learned to take disappointment and focus on what is still good in the world. As we continue past our 2020 graduation, we may enter college, a university, or even the workforce. But no matter what we do, I have no doubt and can see very clearly that we have the tools to succeed, to be the future leaders of our community and make the world that we can all be proud of. As my favorite author, J.K. Rowling, once said, it matters not what someone is born, but what they grow to be. So we must remember that that is our focus, that is our future, that is the MH class of 2020. To everyone who is graduating today, today is for you. Thank you.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jan Phelan, who will be presenting the First State Bank Scholarship.
Thank you, and good evening. I'm honored that you've allowed me to be here on such an important day in your lives. The First State Bank Scholarships were established in the year 2000 as a way for us to show our commitment to our community and assist our future leaders. Interested students submit application packets containing selection criteria that include grade point averages, ACT scores, civic and extracurricular activities, personal references from both inside and outside of the school, and a short essay summarizing their greatest accomplishment and their future plans. The Bank Scholarship Committee, with the assistance from the MHS administration, then determines who shall receive the scholarships. I'm very proud to announce that the recipients of the 2020 $2,000 First State Bank Scholarships are Miss Ashley Collins. Oh, she's here. There you go. And Mr. Jonathan Schmidt. Congratulations, class of 2020, and good luck.
In presenting the next awards and scholarships, I would like to ask the recipients to please stand and be recognized. The American Legion Award. The objectives of the American Legion School Award Medal Program is to place emphasis on the development of the qualities of courage, honor, leadership, patriotism, scholarship, and service. To develop and honor these ideals of Americanism among young people, which will make them citizens of the highest type. This year's recipients are Anna Bocas, daughter of Mike and Kayla Bocas, and Noah DeLong, son of Mike and Janet DeLong. Next is the Aaron Olson Memorial Baseball Scholarship. Aaron Olson was a senior at Mendota High School when he died tragically in a single vehicle accident. As a member of the baseball team, he focused on both athletics and high academic achievement. Aaron was a recipient of one of the highest academic honors in the state. As an Illinois State Scholar, Aaron performed in the top of his high school class and scored in the 95th percentile on the ACT college admission test. Aaron had fun, played baseball, and maintained high academic standards. He was a good team member and greatly missed by fellow students of the class of 2014. The Aaron Olson Memorial Baseball Scholarship is a $1,000 award to honor both athletics and academic achievement. The annual scholarship will be awarded to a baseball player who has played 2 or more years in the baseball program while maintaining a grade point average of 3.0 or better. It is my pleasure to announce the scholarship winner this year. Please stand as your name is announced. Gavin Glazebrook, son of Tom and Laura Glazebrook. Next is the Ben Bocas Memorial Scholarship. Ben Bocas was a 2018 graduate of Mendota High School. Ben was a student athlete who loved to compete. He played 3 sports: football, basketball, and baseball, all 4 years of high school. During his senior year, he was co-captain of all 3 sports. Ben also excelled academically. He was an Illinois State Scholar and an all-conference Big Northern student athlete. Ben was a member of the National Honor Society and Spanish Honor Society. He led by example and stood up for others. Ben was planning to attend Black Hawk College to study accounting and play baseball. However, he was diagnosed with leukemia and received treatment at St. Jude in Memphis and Peoria. He reacted to the diagnosis just like everything else in life. He fought it with everything he had. $1 scholarship will be awarded to the student athlete with a demonstrated record of academic achievement with at least a 3.0 GPA, athletic involvement in at least 2 sports, and demonstrated leadership. The first ever recipient of the Ben Bocas Memorial Scholarship is Cole Stremlaw, son of Nick and Tracy Stremlaw. Next is the Morris Morgan Award. The Morris Morgan Award is a $1,500 award to be given to a student who plans to pursue a course of study leading to at least a bachelor's degree. This senior student shall have earned a minimum 3.2 grade point average at the end of 7 semesters and is planning to enter a vocation directly related to the study of math or science. It is my pleasure to announce this year's winner, Harvey Vila, son of Yolanda Vila. James Dankenbring was a very positive person who took everyone and everything in life as it came to him. James made the best of every situation, usually with a great big smile. He was always willing to help when needed. James worked to make things better for everyone involved. The following saying is a good representation of James' philosophy. You make a living by what you get. You make a life by what you give. The purpose of this $2,000 scholarship is to support a deserving high school graduate in their pursuit of post-secondary education. It is to be awarded to a graduating senior who currently attends Mendota High School, must maintain a grade point average of 2.0 or above, and has good attendance and discipline record. Each student had to submit evidence of the above criteria, along with an essay describing their education and career goals and ways in which they serve their community and beyond. All of the applicants were very deserving individuals and made the decision a difficult one. It is my honor to award this year's winners, and each winner will receive $2,000 for a total scholarship amount awarded of $6,000 to Mendota High School graduates. First, we would like to honor Anna Bocas, daughter of Mike and Kayla Bocas. Noah DeLong, son of Michael and Janet DeLong. And Cole Stremlaw, son of Nick and Tracy Stremlaw. The Jason Kent Johnson Memorial Award was established to honor Jason, a 1999 graduate of Mendota High School. This award honors a student athlete who mirrors Jason's commitments to athletics, community service, leadership, and who holds passion and focus for the fields of health, medicine, and education. While enrolled at Mendota High School, Jason excelled in academics and athletics through golf, basketball, and baseball. He attended Monmouth College, graduating with a bachelor's degree in biology. After college, he moved to Chicago and began a career developing health and education-focused research aimed at improving the lives of society's most minoritized communities. Jason's career focused on improving the world through research, education, and service to others. He worked on several prominent federally funded research studies across the United States, Puerto Rico, and Kenya. His impact can be seen in numerous peer-reviewed publications, presentations, research protocol, and curricula that exist in universities across the globe. Jason radiated a genuine compassion to anyone he ever met. He was an active supporter of many community service activities, holding leadership roles on several boards and organizations. This is the 5th year this scholarship is being awarded. The Scholarship Committee is proud to honor 2 students this year. It is the committee's hope that all future award recipients will embody Jason's legacy as an MHS alumni who served the world with their brain and heart every single day. The recipients of the Jason Kent Johnson Memorial Award are Anna Bocus, daughter of Mike and Kayla Bocus, and Bianca Espinoza, daughter of Rene and Jenny Espinoza. The Odin Jordal Kiwanis Club Scholarship is presented to a member of the senior class who plans to attend college and major in education. The scholarship is named in honor of Odin Jordal, an educator who devoted 29 years of his life to working with students in the Mendota schools, helping them to adjust to life's challenges. The $1,000 monetary award will go directly to the chosen college. The scholarship is based on financial need, attitude toward studies, and future plans. It is my pleasure to announce this year's winner is Jonathan Schmidt, son of Joan and John Schmidt. Next is the Jacob Scholarship. The Clara Cyprianson and Alfred O. Jacob Scholarship Fund was established in 1997 by Tom and Jeannie Jacob to honor the memory of their parents. Clara Cyprianson Jacob taught in the Mendota Public Schools for more than 35 years, and Alfred Otto Jacob was a civic leader and lifelong resident of Mendota. The purpose of the Jacob Scholarship is to provide assistance to a Mendota High School student to attend the college of their choice. Jeannie, her husband Jerry Frank, and her brother Tom Jacob feel that Clara and Al Jacob would be pleased to know that they are still helping the youth of Mendota pursue their dreams. The scholarship winner this year is Noah DeLong, son of Mike and Janet DeLong. The State Seal of Biliteracy Award is earned by students who demonstrate a high level of proficiency in one or more languages, in addition to English. The demand for employees to be fluent in more than one language is increasing, both in Illinois and throughout the world. It is a recognition given to graduating high school students who have demonstrated a high level of proficiency in English in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in another language. Students recognized tonight had the ability to test as juniors or seniors using the Apple and/or Advanced Placement and SAT testing scores. I would also like to note that most of these students tested during the school closure at home online this year. Their dedication is remarkable. The class of 2020 is proud to honor 11 State Seal of Biliteracy Awards, and we ask that you please stand until all individuals are recognized. Uriel Ariano, Oswaldo Arteaga, Victoria Arteaga, Sonia Duarte, Gabriel Guzman, Kevin Lewis, Esmeralda Perez, Karen Perez, Christopher Sandoval, Jonathan Schmidt, Harvey Vila, We would also like to honor the state commendation of biliteracy graduates, Anna Bocas, Bianca Espinoza, Ivan Figueroa, Abraham Guzman, and Jose Sandoval. Congratulations. Next, I am pleased to introduce the High Honor Academic Graduates. Every year, students in Illinois are recognized as Illinois State Scholars when their GPA is combined with their SAT score. These students have earned both a high grade point average and a high SAT college admission test score. They have truly excelled in both academic grades and college readiness testing. You may have noticed their photos proudly displayed on the Illinois State Scholar wall outside the gym. The top 9 members of the class of 2020 are seated with us this evening and are wearing a High Honor Academic Graduate Medal. It is a privilege to recognize them for their hard work and achievement tonight. Graduates, please stand and be recognized as I announce your name. Hannah Ambler, Anna Bocas, Noah DeLong, Sean Dullard, Shayna Kirchner, Kevin Lewis, Cole Stremlaw, Joshua Wiley, Marin Wise. Congratulations. It is now my pleasure to introduce the High Honor Speaker, Ms. Hannah Ambler, to present to the class of 2020.
I think it is safe to say that our senior year did not go the way that we all thought it would. None of us could have predicted that we would be attending our last day of high school in our bedrooms, or that our last day going to the same school together would be on some random Monday in March. Our last few months together were supposed to be spent stressing out about prom, figuring out what we are going to wear on each day of senior week, planning our graduation parties, and counting down the number of days until we are going to walk across the stage and move our tassels. But instead, we had to come to terms with the fact that maybe none of these events were even going to take place. Although the coronavirus has taken a lot from all of us, it is also important to recognize the new opportunities it has granted us and the positive things that have come from the whole situation. For example, a lot of us had more free time in the past few months than we have had during the last 4 years combined. And on a more serious note, we have all realized the things in our daily lives that we had been taking for granted. The simple things like going to a restaurant and seeing your friends in person now have much more meaning behind them. I believe that an important lesson can be learned from this. In the many years that we have ahead of us, we are all going to face quite a few different struggles. Not necessarily a global pandemic, but I think you all understand what I mean. It is so important to remember that in all situations, no matter how disastrous they may appear, there is always something to be learned. It probably won't be obvious, and you definitely will not realize it right away, but every situation we are put in helps us to grow as people. If you all are able to remember this during all the hardships that lie ahead, you will never stop becoming stronger, better people. And that is all I hope for every single one of you. Good luck and best wishes, MHS Class of 2020. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Jeff Prusader, Superintendent, who will present the class of 2020, along with Mr. Jim Lauer, Mendota Township High School Board President.
Good evening. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to welcome everyone for attending tonight and for supporting and understanding the difficult decisions this pandemic has challenged us with. We would not have been able to offer this graduation ceremony for the class of 2020 without your support, patience, and understanding. For that, we offer our sincere gratitude. To the class of 2020, I know you understand the very unique circumstances we are now living. During the course of United States history, there are certain periods of time that certain events occur that impact our nations for decades. Everyone recognizes certain events, phrases, and dates. For example, the Great Depression, two words that we all recognize and know what they mean. Woodstock, one word. Again, we all understand and know what happened for that event. A phrase, one small step for man, one large step for mankind. An event that brings back vivid memories and emotions even 50-some years after it occurred, the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. Dates, December 7th, 1941, or simply 9/11. An era, the Cold War era. The list goes on, and I better stop because I think I'm starting to sound like Mr. Artman, Mr. Sester, or Mr. Game, and history class is over. But my point is that the phrase COVID-19 will be remembered as one of those significant historical events and phrases. Someday, your children and grandchildren will ask you, what was it like to live during COVID-19? You're going to have so much to tell them. COVID-19 shut down our schools, shut down our state, and basically shut down our country for months. It changed everything we knew that was once normal. You're a part of a significant event that will reshape who we are as individuals and as a nation. Take this moment and understand the significance of what is occurring and what we're a part of. Most importantly, prepare yourself for the challenges that we continue to face. As graduating seniors and young adults, you're going to play a very important role in how our communities recover from this pandemic. I know this isn't by choice, but as young adults, you are part of the solution. And here's what your parents know, here's what your teachers and administrators at MHS know. So far, you have been absolutely stellar in how you've handled this situation and how you've handled the adversity and the challenges that go with it. Because of that, all of us gathered here tonight and watching at home take great assurance that your character and your leadership will guide us through this difficult period of time. We are very confident in your abilities to be a part of the solution. Finally, I want to leave you with one more significant part of Mendota history that's being made tonight. And no, it's not that you're the first class to graduate outside in this beautiful stadium. It's an event that will never be repeated and something that only the class of 2020 can take ownership of. The last time you were together as a class was on Monday, March 16th. Today is July 18th. 4 months have passed since you were last together. You're the only class to have your first class reunion and graduation on the same night. Congratulations to the class of 2020. Members of the Board of Education, I'm proud to certify to you on behalf of the administration and faculty of Mendota Township High School District 280 that the students presented before you have completed all the requirements of the state of Illinois and the Board of Education of Mendota Township High School and are eligible to receive their diplomas. I proudly present the class of 2020. Graduates, you may move your tassels.
Tonight is about honoring the graduates seated before you. Please remain seated for the senior class president's speech that will follow the granting of the diplomas. Hannah Ambler. Blaze E. Anderson. Daylin Arteaga. Emiliano Arteaga. Oswaldo Arteaga. Victoria Yahira Arteaga. Quentin Bailey. Angelique Ashley Amanda Baker. Tulinagua Ashura Baker. Cassidy Barkman. Kirsten A. Bentley. Anna Lee Bocus. Emmy Grace Bottom. Aaron L. Bradner. Rachel Ann Bradner. Michaela Ann Bryson. Jose Fernando Bustos. Savannah Nicole Christian. Ashley Nicole Collins. Lauren K. Dalton. Noah Michael DeLong. Justin D. Donovan. Sonia Duarte Salinas. Sean Benjamin Dullard. Emily L. Elwell. Chris Escatel. Mauricio Escatel. Bianca Isabel Espinoza. Ivan Figueroa. Jade Leslie Finley. Colleen Joe Fitzgerald. Caitlin Nicole Fry. Alyssa Garcia. Logan Tyler Garcia. Gavin Glazebrook. Angelica Maria Godina. Juan Godina. Andres Guerra. Abraham Guzman. Gabriel Guzman.
Bravo, Gabriel.
Benjamin Haas. Michael Hiding.
All right, Michael.
Jayshawn Deontay Hughes. Taylor Ryan Joyce. Jacqueline Sky Keaton. Shayna Marie Kirchner.
Way to go, Shayna.
Kevin Michael Lewis. Antonio Mandajano. George Mandajano. Cassandra Mandajano. Hannah Ray Mastney. Catalina Eva Medina. Peyton Joseph Milas. Andrea Molina. Bryden Tyler Myers. Braden Samuel Northcutt. Esmeralda Perez. Karen Julissa Perez. Alexis Quintana. Suhaili Quintana. Lucas Reed Ramey. Noah Michael Arthur Rodriguez. Luke Andrew Ross. Timothy Rummery. Gustavo Alonso Salinas. Joshua J. Sanchez. Christopher Sandoval. Jose Sandoval. Angela Elizabeth Saunders. Lainey Mae Saylor. Colton L. Sheppers. Allison Slasinger. Aaron James Schmidt. Jonathan Joseph Schmidt. Noah Wolf Schultz. Jackson H. Songroth. Brooklyn Maxine Sparks. Macy Kathleen Stevenson. Aiden Donovan Stewart. Cora J. Stewart. Allie Marie Stilo. Cole Nicholas Stremlaw. Megan Bree Thibodeau. Jager Rush Thorne. Sydney Jade Tillman. Anthony Alan Tolentino. Dylan James Tucker. Jessica Paige Valdez. Christina E. Van Sickle. Joanna Gabrielle Vasquez. Devin Wade. Braden Christopher Watkins. Marin Avery Wise. It is now my pleasure to introduce Anna Bokus, Senior Class President.
I would like to start by thanking everyone for coming today. We know plans have been changed many times, but we really appreciate the continued support from our parents, teachers, and staff. High school is a challenging time for everyone. This year was especially different for all of us. We came in as freshmen who were scared of getting lost in the halls and worried about who we would sit with at lunch. Looking back, I think we can all agree that these obstacles were easy to overcome. We are now leaving high school as adults. We are going off to college, going into trade schools, or heading right into the workforce. We have grown in many ways since we began school at MHS. As high schoolers, we faced a set of obstacles every day, little things we had to do in order to be successful in school. Now that we have grown up, these obstacles will only continue. Life is a continuous succession of both small and large problems. The way we overcome these problems is what makes us who we are. I'm sure many of you have heard the saying, "You grow through what you go through." Although it may sound cliche, it is one of the most accurate statements I've heard in my life. Every struggle and hardship you've encountered has taught you something, and every hardship you will face in your future will as well. This year, we missed a lot. Prom, spring sports, senior week, the musical, and our original graduation. I know it's been difficult for many of us to face these challenges and accept what we couldn't change, but we have become stronger from it. When we were in high school, we had a sort of routine. Every day was pretty much the same, but when that routine was thrown off, we had to learn to cope with it and to adapt to the situation. By doing this, we have shown that we are resilient. The resiliency we all possess is what will help us get through all the challenges we may face in our lives after high school. Now that it is time for us to move on to the next chapter of our lives, we must remember that we cannot let anything stop us from taking those first steps into our future. We must recognize we will face obstacles, but we will learn from them and be better people because of those experiences. You cannot grow without struggle, and you cannot develop strength without resistance. Every single one of you here has a purpose, and you will only find it if you keep going. No matter where we end up going, college, the workforce, a trade school, or anywhere else, I wish you all the best of luck in everything you do. And now, class of 2020, please remove your caps in celebration of everything we've accomplished. Hats off to the class of 2020. Throw them in the air.
I got this feeling inside my bones.